big honor for me to have you on my channel. And someone who has an experience of more than 40 years in the sporting industry will learn so many things from you, sir. And thank you for joining in.
The pleasure is mine, and thank you for having me on your show.
And sir, what do you think about the mouth watering the match panned out to be and the very close encounter of India versus Pakistan?
Uh, Janvi, this is T20, right? So it's going to be close.
Yeah,
Game between two good sides is going to be close, and I'm sure the next match and hopefully the final as well will be
yeah.
just watering, just as exciting. A T20 game that is one-sided can be very boring, and I don't think people will want to watch a game like that. So I think we can expect another good tight contest, and may the better side win.
Yeah, and sir, we have seen that how Virat Kohli is coming back to form, and there were big gossips about Virat's form, and then he accepted, he came out. So, do you think that he, after his knock against Hong Kong, where he scored his half century, do you think he is back in form, or do you think that because it's a T20 format, the strike rate that 135 still matters?
Janvi, there is something called touch and something called form. Form is something
Yeah,
that period of time, and he's just had a couple of decent innings. I'm sure that form will take some time for us to assess whether he's back in form. We have
yeah,
known him to dominate bowlers. We have known him to play amazing cricket. He's not quite there yet. So I guess he's finding his touch, which is nice. Hopefully, he
yeah,
will have a good knock tomorrow against Pakistan and convince us that he's getting his form back. Maybe I'm
yeah,
old. Maybe I'm a little like you said, 40 years plus experience. The idea is that no, we shouldn't assess somebody on the basis of one or two innings, not to diss him or not to raise him to the skies. I think we've got to be patient. And
yeah.
Virat is the class act, and I'm glad he's got his touch back. I'm sure he will score a few more runs before he fades away.
Yeah, and also, sir, when we are talking about form, do you think that the form of KL Rahul can be a big concern for India because playing against Pakistan, he got out on a duck, and then, thereafter, even in the Hong Kong match, we saw that okay, he played almost 35 to 39 deliveries, but again, a strike rate of almost less than 100. So, what do you think about KL Rahul as a opener?
I think it's a matter of grave concern for the team management. If you were not
Yeah,
wise, I think both Dravid and Rohit Sharma would have considered replacing him with Deepak Hooda. But I
yeah,
really think that Rahul will get that extended run, given how Indian teams have been in the recent past. He will get that
yeah,
extended run. It may not serve the side in very good stead. It may not stand the side in very good stead. I'm hoping that they will be fair and give the team a chance to get a better start. The problem that occurs with the Indian team, and I'm calling it a problem deliberately, is that when Rohit Sharma, who can hit score at a fast clip, gets out early, then you've got two batsmen of similar approach, Rahul and Virat Kohli. And Rahul
yeah,
tends to slow things down, and then it becomes difficult. And but for Surya Kumar Yadav's innings against Hong Kong, India was in a bit of a bother. And I really think that they should consider it, especially with the World T20 not too far away. They should give Deepak
yeah.
a chance and see where how he bats and how he settles into a rhythm and gives India that chance of sustaining the pace in the power play and beyond.
Yeah. And so when we talk about the World Cup approaching and when we talk about the pace attack of India, what do you think that how important it is for Team India to consider Mohammad Shami also in the upcoming World Cup?
Perhaps not in a T20 format. You see, Bhuvi has been doing well, and Hardik Pandya has given his 4 overs as well. And in Australia, both of them can be pretty useful. You just need a Jasprit Bumrah who's fit and back. And
Yeah,
you've got a Harshal Patel uh, available, then it becomes good. Both Avesh Khan and Arshdeep Singh were not the best in the last couple of games, but I'm
yeah,
sure both Rahul Dravid and Rohit will want to give them more matches to ensure that they are in the running and they're cooked and ready. You don't want to go
yeah.
into a World Cup with bowlers who are still not there yet. So I'm sure Arshdeep and Avesh both will get opportunities and both will find the rhythm that was missing in the last couple of games.
Yeah. And also, sir, when we talk about the pace attack and when we talk about the combination, we saw that Ravin Jadeja was promoted on a top order batting lineup, and because Team India was lacking a left-handed option, so now because he is out for an injury, he's got a knee injury. So, what do you think that Akshar Patel is going to come back in, or India will lead with pace attack with Rishabh Pant getting in his place?
If you're talking purely batting, then Rishabh Pant obviously will be needed to bat because Akshar is not in the same league as Ravindra Jadeja. He can bat pretty well, but we have not found the consistency for him to be talked of as a replacement for Ravindra Jadeja. So I'm sure that India will not anymore drop Rishabh Pant. They did experiment in that opening game against Pakistan, leaving him out. I don't think the Indian team management will now risk not having a left-hander at the top of the order. So Rishabh will continue to play. They will have to think in terms of getting Ashwin as the experienced top spin bowler, as the spin bowling option. But given how the team has been thinking, I'm sure Akshar Patel will get an opportunity because he can be pretty accurate and quite like Jadeja, he can keep the scoring down and he can get his overs through fast. I'm sure it's going to be interesting to see which of the two spinners they pick to go alongside Yuzvendra Chahar. My preference is Ashwin, but I think the team management will go for Akshar Patel.
Okay. And so when we talk about the team combinations, as you mentioned, that team is going to give chance to Avesh Khan. But do you think the previous match which happened and he almost gave 53 runs and he played with the economy rate of almost 15. So do you think that Avesh Khan can get back into the squad after the performance?
See, he's had a bad day. Both him and Arshdeep did not have a great day, which is what I'm saying. If the team management shows confidence in these bowlers, give them an extended run, you might actually see them come back and bowl better. We've seen them bowl better, both of them. They've had better days. I'm sure the team management will want to continue them, give them the confidence that just after one bad day in office, they will be kept out. I don't think that will happen because these are two. One is a damn good and quick fast bowler. The other one can bowl Yorkers and he brings in the left-handed option. So I think the team will consider both and continue playing them alongside Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Hardik Pandya.
Hardik Pandya. And when we talk about Hardik Pandya, sir, I want to know that we have seen Hardik Pandya performing beautifully as a captain for Gujarat Titans. And from then onwards, of course, we all know about his form, how beautiful his form is going on nowadays. But what do you think about his mentality? आपने देखा उनका फॉर्म अच्छा चल रहा है, स्किल्स अच्छी है सर, बट एक मानसिकता जो एक प्लेयर की होती है, वो किस प्रकार से बदली है हार्दिक पांड्या के लिए?
जानवी मुझे लगता है जहां तक उनके मेंटल एबिलिटीज की बात है उसमें कभी शक किसी को था ही नहीं लेकिन लग रहा था मेच्योरिटी है एक बचपना है उनके अंदर लेकिन जब से वो गुजरात टाइटंस के कप्तान बने मुझे लगता है एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन मेच्योरिटी उनके अंदर देखने मिली है और वो उनके लिए अच्छी बात रही और मैं तारीफ करना चाहूंगा आशीष नेहरा और आशीष कपूर की जो गुजरात टाइटंस के कोचिंग स्टाफ में बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं उन्होंने भरोसा जताया हार्दिक पांड्या की कप्तानी पर एंड आई थिंक इट हैज हेल्प द इंडियन क्रिकेट इन द लॉन्ग रन बहुत अच्छी बात है कि कप्तानी दी उनको और वो बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से खरे उतरे इट वॉज अ चैलेंज फॉर हिम and he's grown as a cricketer. And I think leading Gujarat Titans in IPL last season was a great experience for him. और इसका पूरा फायदा भारतीय क्रिकेट को हो रहा है आई थिंक लोग शायद बहुत ही मस्करे तरीके के इंसान सोच के किनारे करने लगे थे दे वर नॉट टेकिंग हिम सीरियसली बट नाउ ही हैज शोन दैट ही कैन बी काउंटेड हो सकता है वो आगे साल दो साल में भारत का कप्तानी भी करने लगे
और सर अगर आपने देखा हो एशिया कप एक तरीके से एक लाइफ साइकिल जैसा रहा चाहे कुछ प्लेयर्स के लिए देखिए हार्दिक पांड्या कहाँ पे वो स्ट्रेचर पे लेटे और हार्दिक पांड्या का ऐसा कमबैक हुआ रविंद्र जडेजा को जब खेल रहे हैं तो अभी अक्षर पटेल ने रिप्लेस किया और यही कुछ अरसे पहले हुआ था कि रविंद्र जडेजा उनकी रिप्लेसमेंट बन के आए थे तो एशिया कप पूरी एक लाइफ साइकिल जैसा सबके आगे दोहरा रहा है प्लेयर्स के लिए
ये खेल है और खेल में हमेशा चोट लगता है खिलाड़ी को कुछ खिलाड़ी बाहर
जी
जाएंगे कुछ खिलाड़ी उनकी जगह आएंगे दिस इज लाइक अ व्हील और ये पहिया घूमता रहता है जानवी और कभी कोई ऊपर होता है तो किसी को नीचे आना पड़ेगा आई थिंक इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग दैट इंडिया गॉट अ बेंच स्ट्रेंथ आपके पास इतने खिलाड़ी हैं जिनको आप कभी भी मैदान में उतार सके एंड देयर इन अ स्टेट ऑफ रेडीनेस। पहले ये होता था कि जो जो 15 खिलाड़ी है या 16 खिलाड़ी है टूर में है वही तैयार होते थे। आज की तारीख में आई थिंक द प्रिपरेशन इज सेट सच दैट 20-25 खिलाड़ी तैयार रहेंगे हमेशा कभी भी मैदान में उतरने के लिए।
नया रूल आया है सर, निर्धारित समय पे आपको ओवर की समाप्ति करनी पड़ेगी, वरना अतिरिक्त फील्डर को आपको यार्ड के अंदर लाना पड़ेगा। उस पे सर आपका क्या टेक है?
आई थिंक वी शुड नॉट टैम्पर विद द गेम टू मच। बहुत सारे रूल्स लाके न खिलाड़ी को परेशान करना चाहिए, फैन का भी सोचना चाहिए। आई थिंक दे वांट टू प्लीज ब्रॉडकास्टर्स। ये अच्छी बात है कि आप टीम्स को फाइन करेंगे और ब्रॉडकास्टर का कुछ तो मुनाफा हो जाता है, बट आई थिंक दैट नॉट टैम्पर विद द गेम। बहुत ज्यादा छेड़खानी नहीं करनी चाहिए खेल के साथ। जो फंडामेंटल रूल्स है आप उसको रखिए, पावर प्ले तक सीमित रखिए। आप अगर ऐसे करते रहेंगे कि 2 ओवर कम है तो एक फील्डर एक्स्ट्रा रखना है और ज्यादा ओवर कम है तो और ज्यादा करते रहेंगे, आई थिंक इट विल spoil the tempo of the game and it will not have even competition. I think it's unfair. जो भी टीम हो कभी कभी हो जाता है कि ओवर रेट इज लो, बट यू कांट पनिश प्लेयर्स लाइक दिस कि आप फील्ड के रेस्ट्रिक्शंस को बढ़ा दें और फिर उनको तकलीफ दें। आई थिंक दे शुड थिंक इन टर्म्स ऑफ नॉट ऑल्टरिंग द गेम टू मच। बहुत ज्यादा परेशानी करने से फिर एक दिन वो आएगा जब आप बोलेंगे कि आप राइट हैंडेड बॉलिंग नहीं कर सकते, आपका स्लो ओवर है तो आपको लेफ्ट हैंड से बॉलिंग करना होगा। आई थिंक वी शुड नॉट चेंज द रूल्स ऑफ द गेम। जो लॉस बने हैं उस लॉस के साथ खेलिए। आप प्लेइंग कंडीशन में आप पावर प्ले तक रखिए, बहुत ज्यादा चेंज मत कीजिए।
जी। और ये बात जो है मैंने देखा था, वीरेंद्र सहवाग भी कह रहे थे कि हमारे टाइम पे तो ये हुआ करता था कि ये ओवर रेट वाला जो सिस्टम चलता था, हम लोगों को जितने भी मैच की फीस मिलती थी उसमें से 20 लाख रुपए मेरे कप्तान के तौर पे चले ना जाएं, इसलिए मैं कहता था जल्दी से गेम खत्म हो और वो ओवर निकले। तो एक ये भी कहीं ना कहीं मानसिकता रहती है। बट अब ये देखिए युवा है यहाँ पे जो है पाकिस्तान में, हम लोगों ने देखा कि कैसे उनके फील्डर्स अंदर थे।
तो आई थिंक इट इज,
तो ये भी
ये अच्छी बात नहीं है। बहुत सारा
जी
एक्सपेरिमेंट है क्रिकेट में जानवी। मुझे एक रणजी ट्रॉफी मैच याद है जहां पे एक टीम के कुछ 10 ओवर शॉट पड़े थे रणजी ट्रॉफी मैच में, तो सामने की
जी
टीम को 20 रन का फायदा हो गया था। दे वर गिविंग अवे 12 रन पर ओवर, बहुत ज्यादा था और वो टीम रणजी ट्रॉफी मैच जीत गई। मैं हैदराबाद और आंध्रा की बात कर रहा हूँ। आंध्रा की टीम स्लो ओवर रेट की वजह से मैच
जी
हार गए और हैदराबाद के खिलाड़ी उनको पता था कि स्लो ओवर रेट से उनका फायदा होगा, तो वो थोड़ा सा
जी
कंट्रीब्यूट ओवर रेट करने में। सो देयर वाज सम गेम्समैनशिप। आई थिंक वी शुड अवॉइड ऑल ऑफ दैट सिचुएशन एंड देन एंश्योर के लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड हो। जो पहले टीम के कंडीशन थे वही कंडीशन आप दूसरी टीम को भी रखिए। इवन इफ द ओवर रेट इज स्लो, यू फाइन द टीम। आप मॉनिटरी फाइन लगाइए, बट गेम के रूल्स के साथ छेड़खानी बिल्कुल मत कीजिए। आई थिंक इट इज नॉट राइट। और मैं तो सहवाग से भी ओल्ड फैशन हूँ। आई ग्रो अप इन फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट वाला हीरा। वनडे क्रिकेट तो हमारे टाइम में ही बना, अब T20 भी आ गया। यू शुड नॉट बी चेंजिंग द लॉस ऑफ द गेम सो मच। बहुत ज्यादा बदलना नहीं चाहिए, फिर आप इतना बदलेंगे तो फैंस भी परेशान हो जाएंगे।
जी सर। एंड सर, मूविंग फ्रॉम लॉज, वी हैव सीन कि जो भी अभी इनकाउंटर्स रिसेंटली हम लोगों ने देखे हैं, उसमें से एक इनकाउंटर हमने पाकिस्तान वर्सेस हांगकांग का भी देखा कि किस प्रकार से उन दोनों का मैच हुआ, और हम लोगों ने इंडिया और हांगकांग का भी देखा। सर, आपको कहीं ना कहीं ये चीज लगी कि इंडिया वर्सेस हांगकांग में इंडिया जीता, मगर तो भी हांगकांग वाज कहीं ना कहीं हांगकांग पीछे नहीं हटा इंडिया के मैच में। 150 उन्होंने स्कोर किए और आवेश खान, अर्शदीप सिंह में भी उनका दिन बुरा हो, लेकिन कुछ हांगकांग के बैटर्स ने काफी अच्छी पारी खेली इंडिया के खिलाफ, इंडियन बॉलर्स के खिलाफ। और ऑन दी अदर हैंड पाकिस्तान से कल हम लोग ने देखा कि कैसे वो ऑल आउट हो गए। सो डू यू थिंक कि अभी पाकिस्तान जिस हिसाब से फॉर्म में चल रही है, इट कैन बी अ थ्रेट टू इंडिया इन दी अपकमिंग मैचेस?
See, Pakistan will always be a hard competitor for India. It's never going to be an, and I don't think we should look at how they performed against Hong Kong. हमें लगेगा कि हांगकांग के खिलाफ भारत का परफॉर्मेंस उतना अच्छा नहीं था और पाकिस्तान का बहुत बेहतरीन रहा है। इसका ये नहीं मतलब हो गया कि पाकिस्तान विल बिकम बेटर। वी जस्ट बीटन पाकिस्तान द अदर डे। हमने जीता था
या
मैच। तो मुझे लगता है
जी
कि जब आप अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलोगे, व्हेन योर टीम प्लेस 40 ओवर, बहुत बेहतरीन क्रिकेट 40 ओवर खेलते रहेंगे। और ये गेम ऐसा है जानवी के एक ओवर में गेम बदल जाता है। वी गॉट टू सी 26 रन बीइंग स्कोर्ड बाय हार्दिक पांड्या इन दैट, सॉरी, बाय सूर्य कुमार यादव इन दैट मैच अगेंस्ट हांगकांग। एक ओवर में गेम
या
बदल, तो 40 ओवर आपको लगातार अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलना होगा, और जो टीम अच्छा खेलेगा कल वो टीम जीतेगा, जाहिर सी बात है। नाउ पीपल विल से दैट आप यू आर टेकिंग द एस्केप रूट, और बहुत ही फिलोसॉफिकल जवाब है ये कि जो टीम अच्छा खेलेगा, वो हकीकत है, इट इज द ट्रूथ। The team that plays better cricket on a given day will win this match, right? So hopefully India will be able to play some good cricket, play some smart cricket, and राहुल अगर रन बनाते हैं शुरुआत में और तेजी से बनाते हैं तो भारत के लिए अच्छी बात होगी।
And sir, you spoke about Surya Kumar Yadav, and so how beautiful knocks Surya played, and 54 runs coming in the end, and the current run rate going up to 15. Sir, how beautifully he was, he's 360 for India. किस प्रकार से उनकी पारी रही है?
I think he was outstanding. Okay, a lot of people have criticized him, कह रहे थे कि हांगकांग के खिलाफ कौन सा ऐसा तीर मार लिया उन्होंने। वही हांगकांग के खिलाफ केएल राहुल एंड टू अ सर्टेन एक्सटेंट विराट कोहली वर नॉट बीइंग एबल टू स्कोर फ्रीली, और आना और आकर इतनी तेजी से रन बनाना टुवर्ड द एंड, आई थिंक ही इज वेरी गिफ्टेड एंड आई एम ग्लैड दैट ही प्लेड दैट इनिंग, एंड आई एम श्योर ही विल कंटिन्यू टू प्ले सम स्मार्ट क्रिकेट लाइक दिस। अच्छे खिलाड़ी हैं और उनके पास रेंज ऑफ शॉट्स है, shot selection is also very good, and he's got a maturity, he's got a good composure and temperament. I think it bring all of it together to help India in the long run. अच्छे खिलाड़ी हैं, इसमें किसी को डाउट नहीं था। उनके टेम्परामेंट को भी लेके कई सवाल उठे थे, but he's been able to rein it in and then ensure that he gives off his best for India now.
Yes. And sir, do you think that kahin na kahin Surya Kumar Yadav will be positioned again inclusion of Rishabh Pant by inclusion of Rishabh Pant and Dinesh Karthik coming back in the squad?
I wonder if you will play both wicket keepers in the next match against Pakistan. I think the team will be tempted to think in terms of including, because now you need a left-hander. Rishabh Pant becomes an automatic choice, and the team will have a reason to offer to include Rishabh Pant. Halaki, Rishabh Pant should be an automatic choice in my opinion. He should have been walking into the side, and not playing him against Pakistan in that last match was a mistake in my opinion. And because he's going to be there, I think they will be tempted to think in terms of including Deepak Hooda in the side. He's been in good nick. He scored a few runs, and I think he will get a look in. बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आपके टीम में एक बैलेंस हो, एक संतुलन लेकर आए आप टीम में, और फिर go in with a fresh mind, because you know this is a 20-over game where anything can happen. If you don't play good cricket, you can end up losing the match pretty quickly. So you will want a Deepak Hooda in the side, and India will be forced to make a couple of changes in this game. एक तो जडेजा बाहर हो गए, और दूसरा I think at the top of the order they will need to consider Deepak Hooda more seriously than they have at this point of time.
एंड कहीं ना कहीं टीम इंडिया से पहले जब ये एशिया कप हो रहा था, रोहित शर्मा ने कहा था कि बिफोर दी वर्ल्ड कप हैपेंस आई एम गोना ट्राई आउट एवरी कॉम्बिनेशन, और कहीं ना कहीं ये इंजरी में भी कम्स एज अ ब्लेसिंग इन डिसगाइज, एंड मे बी दे कैन नो कि सबसे अच्छे कॉम्बिनेशंस क्या बैठ सकते हैं टीम इंडिया के लिए। बट द कंसर्न इज अबाउट द टॉप 3 पीपल विच आर कमिंग इन फॉर टीम इंडिया, एंड डू यू थिंक उनमें से 3 में से ऑफकोर्स रोहित शर्मा इज अ वेरी ऑब्वियस चॉइस फॉर द वर्ल्ड कप एंड विराट कोहली कैन नॉट बी ड्रॉप्ड ऑफ, बट डू यू थिंक दैट के बारे में, केएल राहुल के बारे में, there will be speculations regarding his selections in the World Cup squad and playing 11?
I'm sure there should be. Whether there's speculation or not, there should be discussion and there should be some serious thinking. जानवी, आप और मैं बैठ के डिबेट कर सकते हैं, लोग हमें ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, लोग प्रोस एंड कॉन्स डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. They can discuss both sides of the story. But at the end of the day, the decision is that of the team management. Both of the captain, especially the captain, Rohit Sharma, and the coach, Rahul Dravid. And depends on what their thinking is. वो कल शाम को हम टॉस के टाइम पे हमें पता चल जाएगा कि इनकी सोच क्या है. But they're talking in terms of building a team for the World T20 in Australia. Now, are we doing that? Are we going in with the best possible combination? At the top has been a bit of a worry. Virat Kohli finding touch is a relief. I think the team management will be happy that he's got into some kind of nick. But they will be concerned about both KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma. They've been short on runs. And in Rahul's case, I think the intent also will come into some kind of questioning. But आप और मैं सवाल उठाने से टीम में बदलाव नहीं आने वाला है. This question has to be asked by Rahul Dravid and by the captain. Very clearly, the captain was happy with the Indian team performance against Hong Kong. he did not look the happiest soul on the face of this earth. लेकिन देखना होगा कि पिछले 24 घंटे में उन्होंने क्या किया है, तैयारियां कैसी की है और किस खिलाड़ी पे भरोसा ज्यादा दिखाते हैं, ये देखने वाली बात है. We can keep talking about it as much as we want, but the key people are Sid and Rohit Sharma.
Yes. And so just a quick thing, there is a fan question coming in, and he has asked that we have to play our best 11 for all the games now. World Cup near, we can't afford to slack.
Definitely
So
not.
yeah,
I think Prasanna's question is very valid, and what he says is right. But this is the time you can experiment. आप World Cup में तो experiment नहीं कर सकते. So this is the time you will try all sorts of combinations. If you've got Ashwin in the squad, you will give him opportunity to bowl. If you've got Akshar Patel now, you will want him to be bowling as well. So दीपक हुडा को लेके गए हैं तो उनको भी मौका देना चाहेंगे. But do you want to do some experiment in a big game against Pakistan? Maybe not. But now your hand is forced. Jadeja is out with injury, so you have got an opportunity to try and reassess the combination and see where it takes you. You've got Yuzvendra Chahal who's been bowling pretty well. Now to see whether Akshar Patel fits in or whether Ashwin comes in his place, in Jadeja's place, will be interesting to see. Also, what they do at the top of the order. This is the only major batting problem, because aapko dekho, you're finding Surya Kumar Yadav, and I'm sure Rishabh Pant will score a few runs. He's been in good form as well. And Hardik Pandya gives you the confidence that हर वो मैच को भी वो जिता सकता है. Jadeja was very critical to the Indian side. His batting was very critical, and he brings in that left-handedness. लेकिन अगर वो है नहीं टीम में तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप. So you will have to worry a bit about the top three. Virat Kohli has given some indication that he is finding his touch back and that he will be ready for the World Cup. But the captain and his deputy, I think they will have to score a few runs. आगे अभी you've got 3 big matches in the Super Fours for India, and hopefully they will find the touch and get back in the kind of groove that we have known them to. रोहित शर्मा का हमेशा ये होता है कि जब वो चलते हैं तो बहुत बेहतरीन बैट्समैन लगते हैं. लेकिन KL Rahul has looked so scratchy that the team will have to consider Deepak Hooda in his place at some point of time.
yes, sir. And so coming to conclusion, after looking at all the forms and injuries and everything, winning and losing of the matches, but what can be the biggest positive for Team India?
I think that they have got a bench strength, that they have got people to fill in every slot. देखिए जसप्रीत बुमराह नहीं होने से उसका भरपाई हो रहा है. Bhuvi has found the form. There was a time where we were concerned whether Bhuvi will be able to deliver the goods or not. He's come back and he's in roaring form. The manner in which he bowls at the beginning of a contest or in the death over, Bhuvi being Bhuvi, I think he gives you the confidence. So, but without Bumrah and without someone who's steady and innovative like Harshal Patel, to be able to contain sides and win 2 matches, especially against Pakistan, I think it's creditable. The bench strength is good, and the fact that India is not so bothered about the top order not firing, and they have found the middle order and the lower middle order to score runs. I think that is the kind of confidence that you're getting to see. There's a fearlessness that you get to see in this Indian team, and वो अच्छी बात है. जब आप निडर होके खेलते हैं, जब आपको हारने का डर नहीं होता है, हार से क्या होगा वाला सोच नहीं आता है. I think that attitude is what we are getting to see with this Indian team. I think that is a huge positive.
और सर इतने फायरिंग मिडिल ऑर्डर के साथ और इतनी निडर युवा टीम के साथ या एक्सपीरियंस टीम के साथ आपको लगता है अब जो आने वाला इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान है, व्हाट डू यू थिंक सर, जस्ट अ पर्सनल ओपिनियन, कि इंडिया कैन विन दिस मैच और पाकिस्तान?
Of course India can win this match, right? It will have to believe that it can win this match. Otherwise you should not be playing the game at all. अगर आप 1% डाउट भी आ गया तो खेलना नहीं चाहिए. लेकिन ये क्रिकेट है जानवी, and this is T20 format, and in a T20 format even one bad over can turn things around, and we have seen that happen before. So I think even fans tend to understand that you should not be putting too much pressure on the Indian team by saying this is a big game against Pakistan, therefore you got to win. Every match is a big game. We got to see Hong Kong put India in a spot of bother. So they'll have to be ready for any eventuality. They have got the cricketers to take on any responsibility and then deliver. So, and that is the good thing about this Indian side. They can win. But on the other hand, even Pakistan can win. They have got some fantastic cricketers. They've now got an exciting fast bowler as well. young man who's playing only his first series and to be doing so well against India. I think credit to them that they are competitive, and that's the beauty of T20 format. Test match में या internationals में हम शायद we can say with a bit more confidence that India would win because India has got the better side. But in a T20 game, anything can happen. I'm hoping that India will play smart cricket, will play some exciting cricket and be very competitive on the field and win the game.
Yeah. And sir, putting to that conclusion, as you said that Pakistan has got some amazing players. We saw that the young man Naseem, the young blood firing on the field, and it was his debut, taking 2 wickets, and still I think so he got a cramp while bowling, and still he had a beautiful spell. So I think so that Pakistan is going to give a good competition to Team India, and I hope it's not a one-sided match, and we have our heart skipping until the end.
Janvi, in a T20 game, you don't want one-sided game, right? The beauty of this is that your heart comes into the mouth and at the very last minute a team wins. And that is the
Yeah.
exciting part of the T20 game. And when you don't get that, when you know a team is winning by 20 runs or 30 runs or by by 7 wickets or 8 wickets, then you know it's a
Yes.
one-sided contest, 5 overs to spare. I mean, a boring match hai. कौन देखना चाहता है boring match? You want a high voltage game, terrific competition, going down to the wire. I think cricket fans will love it. Those who are playing fantasy games will love it even more. Yes, of course, they will want the players that they are backing in their fantasy games to be clicking. But this is a beautiful game. It's a contest between bat and ball and between two very talented sides. And I think India's got the edge. And I'm not saying this because I'm sitting in Delhi and backing India, but India's got
Yeah.
the best cricketing acumen at this point of time. There's the Naseem came in the last game. India may not have seen enough of him, but now they know what to expect, and I think they will be ready for that. If Rohit Sharma stays at the wicket for 6 overs, I think then we are in for a big score. Rohit Sharma is critical because he scores at a very fast clip at the top of the order. I think
Yeah.
you will want a good game. I want the game to go down deep into the 40th over for us to get a result. Even though it sit up late in the night and tomorrow I will be on All India Radio, and it means that I'll come back home only at midnight after the game. So
True.
दिल तो कहता है कि बहुत बढ़िया मैच हो, दिमाग कहता है यार जल्दी घर आ जाओ, one sided match ही क्यों ना हो. But I think that will be unfair to the fans. You want a great game, you want needle, you want intensity, and when you see the passion that the players display on the field, I think you're then ready for a great game. Sorry.
Definitely as a fan I want कि एकदम टक्कर का मैच हो सर, एंड हम लोगों की आखिरी तक के यही होता है कि इंडिया जीतेगी कि पाकिस्तान, because these moments make it more exciting and make it more big, and you remember these things for life. But anyways, thank you for joining in, sir, and giving your inputs and opinions.
Stop you here for just a minute. There was a time where India was bowled out for 54 in Sharjah. This was the year 2000. India was bowled out for 54. It was Sri Lanka. It was not Pakistan. Or Sharjah is behind us in terms of time. And I was in Sharjah writing for a website. Our website money deadline was right on you. But for half an hour I was sitting like this. मतलब आप एक भी word नहीं निकला. 54 all out, right? Murli and Chaminda picked up wickets at will, and India was bowled out for 54. Now, when you have such a one-sided game, it becomes very difficult to write. It becomes very difficult to even explain to fans. It's not as if आपने कोई ठेका नहीं ले रखा है टीम के लिए आप जवाब दे रहे हो, but it becomes difficult, right? So hopefully tomorrow will be not like that.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow won't be like that, and it'll be exciting encounter. And thank you so much, sir, for joining in and giving your time.
So much, Janvi, for having me. This is a new medium for all of us. You guys are the leaders, you guys are the trendsetters, and you're all inspirations for people like me to even learn what this new medium is all about and to experiment with stuff like this. So thank you very much for the opportunity, Janvi, and God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. See you.